Soaring to a height of around 820 meters, the captivating Raigad Fort is perched on the Sahyadri mountain range in Mahad, Maharashtra. The majestic fort is accessible only from one side through a pathway which has about 1,737 steps as deep valleys surround the other three sides. For those who are not fond of trekking, there is a ropeway to reach the Raigad Fort. It has a diagonal length of 760 meters and a steep ascent of 420 meters, and it takes only 4 minutes. Through the whistling winds and spectacular lush greenery, the ropeway takes one to the top of this breathtaking fort. This spectacular fort was built by Chandra Rao More in 1030. It was known as the Fort of Rairi and was seized by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in 1656 from the royal house of Chandra Rao More, a junior of Cadet dynasty from the ancient Maurya dynasty. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj renovated and expanded the fort of Rairi and then renamed it as Raigad, which means the King's Fort. He named it as the capital of the Maratha kingdom. The Britishers named it as the Gibraltar of the East, as this well-fortified structure atop a hill had defied various attackers. The ideal time to visit the Raigad Fort is during November to March, as winters are not harsh here. The weather remains pleasant and you will enjoy trekking or taking the ropeway the most during winters. Summers are hot in Raigad as the mercury reaches up to 50 degrees Celsius. Therefore, March to June is generally avoided by tourists. The Raigad Fort has several beguiling gates: Nagarkhana Darwaza, Mena Darwaza, Maha Darwaza, and Palki Darwaza. After entering the fort from the Mena Darwaza, there is Rani Wada or the Queen's Palace on the left side. There is a beautiful massive palace of Shivaji Maharaj called Raj Bhavan, where one can see rooms, bathrooms, office for discussions, and Raj Sabha, a huge court on the fort which was used to address people. It was said to be built on the wooden structure of which today only the base of pillars remain. Inside the Raigad Fort, there is a replica of the original throne which faces the Nagarkhana Darwaza, the main doorway. The throne was made of 32 mound of gold, which is around 1,280 kilo of gold, and studded with diamonds. A secondary entrance called the Mena Darwaza was used as the private entrance for the royal ladies. The door opened in the Queen's chamber. The king and his convoy used the Palki Darwaza. The magnificent fort has the Ganga Sagar lake flowing right in front of it. There is also a famous wall called Hirakani Buruz or Hirakani Bastion constructed on a cliff. There is a row of 3 dark chambers in the right of Palki Darwaza, which are believed to be the granaries of the fort. You can also view the execution point called Takmak Tok, from where prisoners were thrown to death. The statue of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was erected in front of the ruins of the main market avenue that leads to the Jagdishwar Mandir, his own samadhi, and that of his loyal dog, Vaghya. The samadhi of Jizabai Shahaji Bhosle, Shivaji's mother, is situated at the base village of Patsa. Other famous attractions of the fort include the Nani Darwaza and the Hatti Talav. The Raigad Fort is a great pride for the Marathas and is a reminder of the bravery and audacity. The Raigad Fort is not just a tourist spot, it is a sacred place of pilgrimage which holds the imprints of the grand vision of Hindavi Swarajya as cherished by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.